As much as I enjoy producing career mode videos on this channel, the game mode can definitely get a little bit tiresome sometimes, hence why I previously put out a video listing off 5 things to try when you're bored of FIFA 17 career mode. That video has received close to 500,000 views now, so I'm guessing that there are plenty of you out there that struggle at times to try and keep the game mode interesting. So in today's video I'm going to try and help you out with that and take a look at 10 things to try out in FIFA 18 career mode. I'll be trying out some of these things on the channel throughout the course of the year, so if you want to see me doing different things within the game, definitely smash that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, leave the video a like whilst you're at it, and let's get into this list of things to try out that can really help keep the game mode fresh, varied and interesting throughout the course of FIFA 18. First of all then, let's kick things off with the satisfaction that comes through completing a Road to Glory career mode. There's something really quite wonderful about taking charge of a League 2 team in FIFA and looking to lift that club to Champions League glory. The German 3rd division has been added for FIFA 18 too, so it's now possible to complete multiple promotions both in Germany and England. France, Italy and Spain are options too, of course. For me though, I personally very much enjoy the step-by-step process of taking a team up multiple different divisions. So Germany and England are the perfect options in my opinion. Forest Green Rovers could well be the most popular Road to Glory team in FIFA 18. Their players have had their faces captured and they're therefore the first team outside of one of Europe's elite divisions to have their real faces featured in the game. Portsmouth meanwhile have their Fratton Park Stadium in the game, so they too could be a pretty cool team to manage. For me, Road to Glory career modes can be a lot of fun to play, so if you ever get tired of managing the more illustrious teams in the game, definitely consider giving a Road to Glory career mode a go and attempt to turn a lower level team into an absolute titan of world football. Alternatively, if you're looking for more of a short term challenge, why not try taking a team with a fairly low rating and stick them in a top division. In FIFA 16 for example, Docs took Bray Wanderers of the Irish Premier Division and placed them in the English Premier League. They're one of the lowest rated teams in FIFA, so his aim was to put his FIFA abilities to the test and guide them to Premier League survival. The lower ranking teams tend not to have too much money available either, so not only do you have the challenging factor of not really having the best players in the world at your disposal, but you also have to really try and make the most of the limited funds that you do have and carefully think through and consider every single signing that you make. To make things even more challenging, you could even put together a Super League featuring all of the best teams in world football, except for your low rated mob that you then use to go up against the biggest names in the game. It wouldn't be easy, but if you could achieve a respectable position in that league, imagine how rewarding that would be. And on that Super League topic, setting up a Super League is definitely another thing to consider trying out in FIFA 18 career mode. It ruins the Champions League experience if all of the best teams are playing in the same league system, but it certainly adds a lot more excitement and energy to league fixtures anyway. If you're managing in England, you could even go as far as editing every single league so that you have 92 of the best teams in the game spread out between the 4 divisions. League games will then be a lot more challenging, the domestic cups will become a lot more exciting too, and you could even combine the Super League format with a Road to Glory style system, attempting to take your team from the basement division right to the very top. It can be quite tempting to simulate games against lower rated opposition. If every team that you're going up against is incredibly high in quality though, this puts more emphasis on every single fixture. There are no easy games in a Super League. Suddenly cup games become a lot tougher, it's a lot more difficult to win the league, and you have to give every single game your full undivided attention if you really want to succeed. In the last few years it's become all too easy to head on over to websites like FIFA and check out the highest potential players in the game. The career mode database is updated several times per week now, as too is FIFA, so when you're starting up a new career mode save, all you have to do is check out the website to find out who the best and highest potential players are. It's such a lazy way of finding high quality players, but it doesn't have to be this way at all. Because of the ability to train your players, you can basically make any player in the game an absolute superstar, especially when you combine player training with the loan out glitch to boost their potential. If you don't know about that glitch, I'll leave a link in the description to help you out with that one. Basically though, through trial and error you can massively boost a player's potential in career mode, as every time they leave the club, either on loan or on a permanent basis, their potential can alter in the process. Cutsy's recently been playing around with this on his channel and attempting to boost Cruz Perriung right up to a 99 rating. So you can create your own superstars this way, or literally create them, and put footballing legends into the game not usually available in career mode. I've done this a few times in the past, placing Alan Shearer in the Newcastle team and Henrik Larsson in the Celtic squad too. It can be pretty fun doing this, and you could for instance recreate the class of 92 in career mode and attempt to take them to Champions League glory. Basically, you don't just need to check out FIFA, there are other ways of going about things, and doing things a bit differently can help keep the game mode a lot more fresh and interesting in the process. AC Milan last won the Champions League 10 years ago, whilst it's been 12 years now since Liverpool last won the trophy, and 27 since they last won a domestic title. It's teams like these that can be really fun to build back up again in career mode, or maybe even take a side like Nottingham Forest. They won back-to-back European titles once upon a time, but it's been a long time now since they were even in the top flight. And in fact last season they very nearly got relegated from the Championship. Jared HD has a rebuild series on his channel where he aims to achieve Champions League glory with each team that he takes on. And it can definitely be quite fun setting yourself some sort of rebuilding challenge in career mode like this. Whether it be taking Liverpool to their first domestic title of the Premier League era, or maybe even looking to restore a team like Leeds United to their former glory. Rebuilding teams in career mode can be both challenging and exciting, and it's certainly something to consider trying out in FIFA 18 career mode. And every time a new FIFA game's released, one of the first things that I try and do in the game is seek to discover what crazy transfers are possible, and what players are simply off limits. In the last few years for example, one situation that's amused me is that you can sign Messi for Real Madrid, but if you try to bring Ronaldo to Barcelona, he refuses to sign for the club no matter how much money you throw at him. It's the same situation with Zlatan, he won't sign for Barcelona either, whilst Wayne Rooney understandably has no interest whatsoever in signing for Liverpool. About 5 years back I had a Fulham save in Football Manager where the club was taken over by a new billionaire owner, basically providing me with unlimited funds to help turn Fulham into an absolute powerhouse. I signed Ronaldo, and I was even on the cusp of signing Messi at one point. Sadly I was never quite able to complete the duo of dreams. Since then though, I've had an absolute obsession with uniting the two in the same team. I've received a fair amount of stick for my ridiculous signings in the past. Quite honestly though, I enjoy playing the game this way, and just find it quite funny to see Messi in a Real Madrid shirt. And in all seriousness, he genuinely looks pretty good in that white kit. Maybe you should consider signing for Real Madrid in reality. It used to be a painfully slow process building up your team only using your youth academy graduates. Since the introduction of player training back in FIFA 16 however, that's definitely made doing things this way a lot more straightforward. I already mentioned Cutsy earlier on in the video, and Sparring DK is another youth focused career mode YouTuber well worth checking out. They both make fantastic use of the youth academy, bringing through youth talents that go on to become the absolute heroes of their content. As a massive Football Manager fan, in the past it's always been the youth players that I felt the biggest connection towards. There's something really quite satisfying about having these superstar players that are unique to your game, and playing FIFA in this manner is definitely something that I'd highly recommend trying out. Real life players just don't quite have the same magic. Variety is the spice of life, and by setting yourself different challenges in career mode, this can really help keep the fun alive. I'm sure we've all been there where we set up a new career mode save, excited to get going with things, then halfway through the season find ourselves completely bored out of our minds when it doesn't really go as we'd hoped. By setting yourself different challenges though, this can really help set each career mode save apart. You're not just doing the same things over and over again, signing the same players and taking the same steps in the game. Every save is slightly different and unique, keeping you coming back for more, fresh and ready to go. It could be a little thing like only signing players that are from the same country as the league system you're managing in, or maybe even something like only playing with players under or over a certain age, or accepting every transfer offer that you receive, keeping you on your toes and at risk of losing your star players at any given moment. Back in FIFA 15, I had a Manchester United career mode where I set myself the challenge of always playing with at least 5 players under the age of 21 at all times. Whilst I only posted a couple of seasons on YouTube, I played through about 5 seasons in my own time, and I absolutely loved every single minute of it. Setting yourself little challenges like this in career mode can be absolutely massive, and it can go a long way in keeping the game interesting for you. One challenge I recently set myself was to win 5 league titles in 5 seasons across 5 different nations within the game. And doing things in this journeyman format can be really quite rewarding. I don't know about you, but when I want to manage a new team in career mode, I have a tendency to just start a brand new save and start afresh. Doing things this way though, you do of course lose all of the progress that you've made with different players in that previous save, and that youth talent that you brought through the academy hoping that they'd be the future of your club. Sadly, they'll now never develop into the world-class talent that you knew they could be. You can play through 15 seasons in career mode, so why not move through the game as a journeyman and manage in a variety of different nations within the same save. Maybe set yourself different targets and challenges in each nation, building up the youth academy everywhere that you go, attempting to improve that national team as well as turning your team into the top dogs in the country. I know that I've already mentioned him in this video, but Sparring DK has produced some absolutely fantastic journeyman content on his channel in the past, and I can't emphasise enough just how brilliant a YouTuber he truly is. His link will be provided in the description down below, along with everyone else that I've mentioned in this video too. Go and check him out, and in fact, go and check out all of them. They're all absolutely awesome. Finally then, a couple of months back I tried out a few different experiments in career mode, and my most popular video to date involved me testing out a formation featuring just one man at the back and everyone else stacked up top. A crazy formation like this can completely change up the feel and flow of the gameplay. So if you're ever feeling like the career mode gameplay is becoming a bit flat, try playing around with different formations in the game, and you may just find that the gameplay becomes a lot more interesting again. So then, those are 10 things to try out in FIFA 18 career mode. Let me know your thoughts and ideas in the comments section down below. What do you do in career mode to try and keep things interesting? And what's been your personal favourite career mode to try out? Also, if you're struggling with what team to manage in the game, Niren's got you covered. I'll leave a link to his video in the description down below listing off some awesome teams to try out in the game, and like I said before, every YouTuber that I've mentioned in this video will be linked in the description down below. Anyway though, thanks for watching, have an awesome day, and I'll catch you again next time.